Have you ever wondered how ancient philosophies like Stoicism could be relevant to our modern life? It's a question that might seem out of place in our fast-paced, technologically advanced world, but the wisdom of Stoicism is timeless and universal. Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that emerged in ancient Greece around the 3rd century BC, offers a profound and enduring perspective on life. It's a philosophy that's less about complex theories and more about practical wisdom, teaching us how to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. The Stoics, like the great Roman philosopher Seneca, believed that life's greatest challenge and reward lies in understanding and mastering our own minds. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This timeless insight captures the essence of Stoic wisdom. It's about learning to distinguish between what we can control, our thoughts, our reactions, our character, and what we cannot, the world around us, the actions of others, the march of time. Over the centuries, this wisdom hasn't lost its relevance. In fact, it's become more pertinent as our lives have become more complex. In a world where we're constantly bombarded by news, noise, and demands for our attention, Stoicism provides a much-needed anchor, a way to stay grounded amid the chaos. It's not about suppressing emotions or being indifferent to the world around us. Quite the contrary. Stoicism is about understanding our emotions, accepting the world as it is, and finding peace within ourselves regardless of our circumstances. It's about choosing virtue over vice, wisdom over folly, and tranquility over turmoil. Stoic wisdom isn't a quick fix or a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a lifelong journey of self-improvement and self-discovery. It's about striving to be the best version of ourselves, not just for our own sake, but for the sake of others. It's about living a life of purpose, integrity, and inner peace. Stoic philosophy is not just a relic from the past, but a guide for living a meaningful life today. It's a timeless wisdom that can help us navigate the complexities of modern life with grace, resilience, and above all, equanimity. Stoicism is built on a set of principles. The first is understanding what is in our control and what is not. This principle is the cornerstone of Stoicism, a philosophy of personal ethics informed by its system of logic and views on the natural world. The ancient Greek philosopher Epictetus, a prominent Stoic, emphasized this concept in his teachings. Epictetus put it quite simply: some things are up to us and some things are not up to us. This might sound straightforward, but it's a principle that's often overlooked in our daily lives. We fret over situations we have no control over and neglect areas where we can genuinely make a difference. Epictetus taught us to focus our energy on the things we can control, our own thoughts, beliefs, and actions. These are the arenas where we hold the reins. We control our responses to the world around us, our judgments, our values. By honing in on these aspects, we are empowered to shape our own character and live a life of virtue. Conversely, Epictetus encouraged us to accept the things we cannot control, the actions of others, the course of global events, the weather. These are beyond our influence. Worrying about them only serves to rob us of our peace and serenity. This understanding of control is not about resignation, but about discernment. It's about recognizing where our power truly lies and channeling our efforts effectively. It's about realizing that we can't control the winds, but we can adjust our sails. And what comes from this focus on what we can control? Peace and clarity. When we unclench our fists from the things we cannot change, our hands are free to shape what we can. We stop being victims of circumstance and become architects of our own lives. The Stoic principle of understanding control teaches us to navigate life's storms with grace and resilience. It equips us with the wisdom to know our sphere of influence and the courage to act within it. It is truly a compass for all seasons. When we focus on what we can control, we find peace and clarity. Embrace this Stoic wisdom and you'll find yourself more resilient, more content, and more in tune with life's ebb and flow. The second principle of Stoicism speaks to the power of our perception. This is where we delve into the heart of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism does not instruct us to control events, but rather our reactions to them. It teaches us that the world outside is uncontrollable, unpredictable, and often tumultuous. However, the world within us, our thoughts, our reactions, our perceptions, is something we can govern. Consider a rainstorm. We cannot control the weather, but we can control whether we perceive the rain as a blessing or a curse. We can choose to grumble and groan, or we can decide to enjoy the rhythm of the raindrops, the smell of the wet earth, the freshness in the air. Marcus Aurelius, a remarkable Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He emphasized that our reactions, not the events themselves, define our experiences. Imagine you're stuck in traffic. You can't control the cars around you, the red lights, or the time, but you can control your reaction. You can choose to get angry, honk your horn, and stress yourself out, or you can choose to accept the situation, listen to your favorite podcast, and turn the situation into an opportunity to learn something new. This is the power of perception. It's the ability to shift your mindset and change your reality. It's about understanding that while we can't control every situation, we can control how we react to it. It's about choosing a response that aligns with our values rather than allowing our emotions to dictate our actions. Our perception shapes our reality. We have the power to choose how we respond to life's events. The world is a canvas, and our perceptions are the brushstrokes that color it. So let's remember to paint with wisdom, serenity, and understanding. Because in the grand painting of life, it's not the events, but our perceptions of them that truly matter. The third Stoic principle is the pursuit of virtue as the highest good. This is a concept that resonates at the core of Stoicism, a philosophy that dates back to the ancient Greeks. For the Stoics, there are 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These virtues are not mere abstract concepts, but are practical guides for leading a good life. They are regarded as the most valuable things in life, more precious than wealth, fame, or power. Let's start with wisdom. Stoics understand wisdom as the ability to navigate life effectively, to discern what is in our control and what is not, and to respond to circumstances in ways that promote our well-being and that of others. It is about making sound judgments and decisions that are in line with our values and principles. Next is courage. This is not just about physical bravery, but also about moral courage. It's about standing up for what is right, even when it is difficult or unpopular. It's about facing adversity with fortitude and resilience. Justice, the third virtue, involves treating others with fairness and respect. It's about recognizing the inherent dignity of all people and striving to create a society where everyone is treated equitably. Lastly, we have temperance, which is about exercising self-control and moderation in all things. It's about not being swayed by our desires or fears, but maintaining a balanced and disciplined approach to life. To emphasize the importance of virtue, let's turn to the words of Cato the Younger, a renowned Stoic philosopher. He once said, "I would rather be good than appear to be so." This statement encapsulates the Stoic attitude towards virtue. It's not about appearing virtuous for the sake of others, but about genuinely striving to be virtuous for its own sake. So, when we talk about pursuing virtue as the highest good, we're talking about striving to cultivate wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in our lives. It's about becoming the best version of ourselves, not for any external reward, but because it leads to a fulfilling and meaningful life. Virtue is the highest good, leading us toward a fulfilling and meaningful life. Now that we understand the principles of Stoicism, how can we apply them in our daily lives? Imagine yourself standing in a bustling city center, surrounded by the noise of traffic, the chatter of people, and the whirl of modern technology. It may seem like an unlikely place to practice an ancient philosophy, yet the principles of Stoicism can be seamlessly woven into the fabric of our everyday lives. Let's consider the Stoic principle of perception, the idea that we control how we interpret and respond to external events. Picture yourself stuck in a traffic jam. Instead of letting frustration build, a Stoic would see this as an opportunity to practice patience, to accept what is out of their control, and to focus instead on their reaction to the situation. This approach can be a powerful antidote to the stress and anxiety that often accompany modern living. When faced with a challenging work project or a conflict in a personal relationship, applying Stoic wisdom means focusing on what you can control, your actions, your responses, your integrity, and letting go of what you can't. The Stoic ideal of virtue as the highest good can also be a guiding light in our lives. In a world often obsessed with material wealth and external achievements, Stoicism encourages us to prioritize moral excellence and inner strength. This doesn't mean we should abandon our goals or aspirations. Instead, we're reminded to ensure our pursuits align with our values and contribute to our growth as individuals. And what about building resilience? Stoics believed in facing adversity head-on, viewing it as a chance to learn and grow. The next time you face a setback, whether it's missing out on a promotion or facing a personal crisis, try to see it as a Stoic would. What lessons can you learn? How can you emerge stronger? Stoicism also offers insights on improving our relationships. The Stoics emphasized the importance of empathy and understanding, reminding us that we're all part of a larger human community. So the next time you're quick to judge or dismiss someone, remember the Stoic principle of seeing the world from another's perspective. It might just lead to more meaningful and harmonious interactions. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, these ancient principles can provide a compass, guiding us towards a life of greater tranquility, resilience, and fulfillment. But remember, Stoicism isn't about achieving perfection. It's a journey, a constant process of learning and growing. So, don't be discouraged if you don't get it right all the time. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It's not because things are difficult that we dare not venture. It's because we dare not venture that they are difficult." By applying Stoic wisdom, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with greater ease and serenity. If you're finding value in these ancient philosophies, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting the notification button. As we continue to delve into the depths of Stoic wisdom, we're certain you won't want to miss a moment. Each video is a step towards understanding life a little more, a chance to see the world through the eyes of ancient philosophers who found peace amidst chaos. We encourage you to share your thoughts, insights, and experiences in the comments section. Let's learn together, let's grow together. Your voice matters. Your perspective adds a unique thread to our tapestry of collective understanding. Remember, every moment is an opportunity for growth, for self-discovery. The Stoics saw obstacles as opportunities. Let's apply their wisdom. Let's turn our challenges into stepping stones. Join us on this journey of philosophy and self-discovery. Your participation makes our community richer. As we wrap up our exploration of Stoic wisdom, remember these principles are not just theories but tools for living. They are the keys to a life of tranquility, virtue, and resilience. They are the compass that guides us through the storms of life, leading us to a harbor of peace and serenity. Let's take a moment to revisit what we've learned. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers us timeless wisdom. It teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of what we can't. It encourages us to perceive the world objectively, without the distortion of our biases and preconceptions. It reminds us that virtue is the highest good, the true measure of a life well lived. This philosophy is not a relic of the past, but a roadmap for the present. As we navigate the challenges of modern life, the principles of Stoicism can guide us. They can help us cultivate resilience, maintain equanimity, and live in accordance with our values. They can empower us to transcend the chaos of the external world and find peace within ourselves. But these principles are not meant to be merely understood. They are meant to be practiced, embodied, and lived. So let us not just learn about Stoicism, but strive to become Stoics. Let us not just study philosophy, but endeavor to become philosophers. Let us not just contemplate wisdom, but aspire to embody it. Throughout history, many influential individuals have drawn upon Stoic wisdom. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Isn't it time we took control of our minds and stopped being victims of our imaginations?" And remember, this journey is not a solitary one. We are all in this together. We are all striving to grow, to learn, to become better versions of ourselves. So let us support each other, encourage each other, and learn from each other. Let us create a community of growth, a community of wisdom, a community of Stoics. As we conclude this video, I invite you to take a moment of reflection. Consider how you can apply the principles of Stoicism in your daily life. How can you cultivate resilience? How can you maintain equanimity? How can you live in accordance with your values? I encourage you to ponder these questions and to take action. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Let's apply this wisdom and create a fulfilling life. Let's not just dream of a better tomorrow, but make it a reality. Let's not just imagine a life of tranquility, virtue, and resilience, but live it. And remember, the journey is the destination. So let's enjoy every step of the way.